Warning, this show may contain some crude humor and mild swearing. Listener discretion is advised. The show was produced by Geek Happy Network, creators of the very best in audible oracle entertainment. In other words, podcasts. If you enjoy listening to Smörgåsbord, remember to subscribe to the show in Spotify or on your favorite podcast app. Remember to leave a review. We'd love to hear your thoughts. This is Smörgåsbord!
Welcome to Smörgåsbord, a show where we explore the rituals, myths, and all things strange about the world of food. I'm Mick, and here is my co-host,
Angel.
And today we'll be talking about chicken.
I love chicken.
Chicken in Japan.
Yeah.
Yay. We'll be talking about the strange obsession of some people in Japan with eating chicken during Christmas.
I mean, that sounds like just a regular Tuesday over here.
I know, for us, yeah, as big chicken fans.
Fried chicken. It has to be fried.
Yes. The chicken's fried for our sins today.
And then killed later.
Yep. Specifically, KFC chicken, though, in Japan.
Yeah, okay, I'm not so into that.
Yeah, apparently in Japan, KFC's a big deal in Christmas time.
Like, I'm big in Japan.
Yeah.
Says Colonel Sanders.
Yeah.
I mean, there is an anime version of him now.
That's true. Actually, no, I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh. I streamed it. I played it. It was only like an
Oh,
hour-long game.
wow. Oh, it's an anime game?
It was an anime dating sim. You like go to cooking school with Colonel Sanders, but he's like the sexy version.
Okay.
So he's like, he's lean.
Right.
He's kind of like a silver fox daddy.
Wow.
And you're trying to be like, oh, Colonel Sanders, I want to
your
make chicken just like, show me your drumstick. But you play through the entire thing. I don't know. There's spoilers.
Does this drumstick have skin or no skin?
I mean, you never get to see it.
Oh.
That's the twist.
Wow. That's kind of disappointing.
It's pretty PG.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you fight like this mashed potato monster. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
It's
Okay.
weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently it is true that there's a chicken fascination in Japan.
Yes.
Was it set in Christmas time?
No, this was like 2 months ago.
Oh.
But it was just, it's one big ad for KFC.
Jesus. Okay.
Just anime-ized.
Wow. Well, apparently KFC is really big in Japan, especially during Christmas. It's so popular during Christmas that it actually accounts for a third of the sales in Japan for KFC. So today we'll cover the significance of Christmas in Japan and the origins of this kind of strange story.
I mean, if you're home alone on Christmas and you're trying to DoorDash and everything is closed,
Yeah, I
the
guess
only
so.
thing that's open is KFC.
It's KFC. Wait, okay.
That sounds like my Christmas plans.
Well, Christmas is celebrated quite differently in Japan compared to North America. This is mainly because Japan is not a Christian country at all. Well, Christmas is a Christian holiday, at least in its origins. So only 1% of Japanese people are actually Christian, and it's not even really considered a holiday in Japan. At least Christmas is not considered a holiday in Japan.
I wonder if they get a day off.
No, I don't think they do.
Oh.
It's like a full-on, it's just
You
a
play
day.
dress up and you decorate things and you
Yeah.
give presents.
Yeah, exactly.
But then you go to work and your soul dies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much. Christmas has only really been a tradition in Japan for over the past few decades. This led to some American customs now being practiced in Japan too, such as exchanging presents or Christmas cards. So this thing's more of a recent thing that's happened in Japan more than like something that's been happening forever. In Japan, they also don't celebrate Christmas for religious reasons. It's quite a secular celebration. It's known more for being a happy or romantic time than a time to spend with family or spend with Jesus?
I was going to say presents.
Or presents. Interestingly enough,
Yay, capitalism.
yeah. It's
Amazon
actually
boxes.
probably more comparable to Valentine's Day for us here than it is to Christmas.
But with a different color scheme.
Yeah, different color scheme and colder. Or maybe not. I don't know. Is it colder in February?
It's pretty cold in February.
Yeah, it's pretty cold in February. Maybe not then. The reason behind all of this is because Japan seems to have, as a country, a tendency to borrow ideas and traditions from other countries and kind of just evolve it into their own style. You could think about many things you hear in Japan that are pretty cool, but then you're like, hold a minute, isn't that like just something that we do here in America or something?
Or insert country here.
Yeah, exactly. You could kind of really pay attention to this more when you look at the Japanese language, when they have many English words that they adapt into the Japanese language. I think is it the kanji?
It's not
right?
kanji.
No.
It's hiragana, katakana. It's one of
that
those.
One. I think it's katakana.
Katakana.
Yeah.
It's a writing system specifically used for foreign imported words.
Exactly. Which is kind of cool because then you really realize how much of Japan is so them, but also kind of
they
like us.
put their own spin on things.
Exactly. Which I think it's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Better than colonizing.
Borrowing ideas, much better than colonialism.
Much better than stealing.
Yes.
Or destroying other anyway.
We had a point at some point.
Yeah.
Colonialism is bad.
Yeah. But while Christmas may not be a holiday in Japan, it is still something that has a bunch of different customs and traditions that are, like we mentioned, unique to Japan. One of it, for example, is a Christmas cake. As we're a food podcast.
Yum.
The Christmas cake is a sponge cake-like thing with strawberries and whipped cream in it. As a strange sidebar, if you go to your phone and open up the shortcake or cake slice emoji, this is pretty much what the Christmas Japanese shortcake looks like.
Okay, now does this apply to all, like, phone OSs?
I think so.
Okay, because I looked mine up. It's definitely like a strawberry cake.
And you're Android phone.
I am on Android, yes.
And I use iOS, and it definitely looks like a strawberry cake as well.
Unity.
Yes.
The one time we're not fighting about Android versus iPhones.
No, because actually maybe we could look at which cake looks better.
Oh, you know my cake looks better.
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't even want to try to look at my cake.
You forfeit.
Yeah. The cake itself, as a food, not as an emoji, is very light in texture and not heavily sweet, but all around pretty good, delicious, I'd say. And the history actually comes from World War II, as all the good things come from war. Wait.
Like Spam.
Spam, yeah, true. There's that Korean hot pot cake thing, not cake, but
cake?
hot pot. The spicy hot pot.
Oh, they
thing
put
with
Spam in it.
Spam and cheese. Yeah. That was from war as well. The history behind this cake is that when Japan was destroyed after the war, America tried to help repair what they did because they did
Feels
some damage.
bad, man.
Yeah, I feel like America did quite a bit of damage in Japan. So they tried to do some reparations for that. During that time...
Sorry we nuked you. Here's some sugar.
Here's some sugar.
Thanks.
Actually, I didn't even really give them food. It was more of structural repair from what it sounds like. During that time, food was pretty scarce for the Japanese people still, let alone having good food or even sweets. So sweets kind of became this luxury thing for them. It became like a sign of better... It became like a sign for a better hope. For a better...
Future?
Yeah.
For a better future? A concept that Nick and I have completely abandoned.
So yeah, sweets became a way to signify hope for a better future. According to anthropologist Hideo Konagaya, he said that sweet chocolates, above all, given by American soldiers, epitomized the utmost wealth Japanese children saw in American lives. This combination of cross-cultural mixing of American tradition and growing hope for a better future of Japan made sweets kind of synonymous with success and celebration. Eventually, Christmas cake was created to become some sort of the symbol of Japan's return to success. I don't think it's like a direct symbolism, but kind of...
It became one.
Being able to celebrate Christmas, plus having this sense of a better future for Japan kind of happening, not hand in hand, but sort of during the same time.
Slightly symbiotic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It also helped that the cake had red and white colors, which was similar to Japan's flag.
I was gonna say Canada. Suddenly Canadians.
Not Canada nor Christmas. Japan's flag.
All right.
Yeah.
Flag of the rising sun.
Exactly. Aside from the cake, there are also other customs about Japan and Christmas. Aside from Santa, they also believe in a god-like creature or being called Hoteyosho. Hoteyosho, who is a Japanese god of good fortune, which comes more from a Buddhist belief, not directly really related to Christmas, but this being is known for also bringing gifts to people.
Woohoo!
Similar to Santa-san. Another custom comes from the Disney gods. In Tokyo, Disneyland hosts a big Christmas parade featuring everything you expect from a Disney Christmas, like candy and Santa and a whole load of consumerism.
My favorite thing.
Yep. Yeah, I guess it's like a parade of different...
All the Disney characters, but in Santa hats.
In Santa hats. And probably more Japanese looking.
Yes.
Maybe. I don't know.
It depends on if
I've seen photos, though. Yeah, they're more Japanese looking than... Well, it's probably because the people...
They source local talent.
Yeah. Sure.
I think. I don't know. I've never been to Tokyo Disney.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It just sounds very expensive.
Yeah.
Like more expensive than North American Disney? I don't know.
Probably. It's probably cooler, too.
Yes, I've seen pictures of their snacks.
Yeah.
And they're superior. Something about Japanese pastries, man. They're just more delicate.
Yeah.
And cute.
You probably have the best Christmas cake in there.
Disneyland?
Yeah.
Should we go?
We should go.
We should go.
Come support us in Patreon and help fund our work trip.
Yes, for science.
For science. Yep. For journalism.
Oh, yeah. I will be taking pictures, I guess.
Yeah.
If I remember to.
And we'll try everything you ask us to try.
Including natto.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Pass on the natto.
I love natto. Slimy.
Going back to Christmas, one other thing about Christmas in Japan are Christmas lights. As we talked about, or as I mentioned earlier, Christmas is more of this romantic day for people, or not holiday, but romantic time for people. So there's a lot of big light displays around Japan usually, where people can walk around and kind of just
propose to their girlfriends.
Sure. It's a very grammable moment, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And one last thing to note before we go into KFC about Christmas in Japan is opening gifts. Apparently in Japan, you don't rip your gifts open. It's kind of considered rude. They more enjoy the slow process of gently opening your presents, which are usually more beautifully decorated than they are here anyway.
Oh, yeah. They're all about the wrapping.
Really? I could appreciate that. I mean,
it's a work of art.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Heck, even when gifts given to me are terribly wrapped, I still...
You prefer that over
I just like opening it slowly. It's fun.
I rip things open with a fury. But I also haven't gotten a wrapped present in like years.
Okay.
People just throw it here. Here's a Merry Christmas.
Here's a bag.
Just throw it at me.
Ooh, what did you get me? What's in the bag?
It's the bag.
Just a bag.
Yeah.
But like we mentioned, we're not here to talk about any other traditions in Japan. We're here to talk about chicken.
Chicken.
When it comes to chicken, KFC is the second largest and largest restaurant chain in the world next to McDonald's. And Japan is actually the third largest market for KFC after China and the United States.
Wow. And considering Japan's landmass
in size,
it's tiny. That's impressive.
You can see how big KFC is in Japan in that matter.
Yeah, we should really Patreon so we can food travel.
Yeah, we should.
On other people's dimes.
We need to experiment. In Japan, it's mostly a takeout culture. Or 70% of orders are takeout rather than dine-in, so it's not a place where you just sit down and eat.
Yeah, because you don't want to socialize.
No, probably not. With food being used for parties or side dishes sometimes. There also tends, just like most places in Asia, There's also preference for dark meat over light meat when it comes to chicken. So more of the drumsticks and thighs rather than the wings or the breasts or the ribs. And they're usually served with rice or familiar bento boxes. This is what I like about KFC in Asia. You could get rice with your fried chicken.
Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-fucking-doo. I hate rice.
The history of KFC in Japan began in 1970 when the Mitsubishi Corporation first opened a store in Nagoya. And interestingly enough, KFC is branded as a more expensive kind of
like a
restaurant.
luxury fast food?
I wouldn't say luxury fast food. I'd say just kind of white spot.
White spot.
Instead of McDonald's
Okay.
level, you know.
Right.
Or like Applebee's.
Applebee's, all
versus
right.
McDonald's kind of thing.
You can only order apples or bees at Applebee's.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
I've never been, so I believe you 100%.
Trust.
Yeah. But when it comes to Christmas, though, how did KFC become synonymous with Christmas in Japan? Well, that one we could thank Takeshi Okawara, who managed the first KFC restaurant in Japan. And also actually ended up becoming the CEO of KFC Japan from 1984 to 2002.
You too can have entrepreneurial dreams.
Just, make chicken synonymous with a country, with a holiday in a country, and
he's a pioneer.
Exactly.
What holidays are left that we can take?
So
Easter. Let's do it.
The Easter chicken.
The Easter chicken.
Exactly.
I mean, it doesn't have to be chicken. We can start a whole new trend.
Yeah, it kind of has to be chicken.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like we need a different style of chicken to be different from KFC.
How about oil fried?
I mean, isn't deep fried in oil?
Yeah.
Dehydrated chicken. Like chicken
Air
jerky.
fried? We could do air fried. Yeah.
Right.
So when it comes to the origins of this story, it's a little bit mixed. There are two main stories of how this whole KFC becoming synonymous with Christmas came to be. One story is when Okawara visited a local kindergarten when they first opened KFC in Aoyama in 1973. School asked if they could have KFC during their annual Christmas party, and also asking Okawara if he didn't mind coming in dressed up as Santa. He naturally obliged and kind of enthusiastic. Naturally. Like,
why hire a Santa when you can be Santa?
Exactly. I think he found his destiny. He enthusiastically celebrated this with the kids, and the event was so successful that the word got out and other schools began asking Okawara to do the same. This eventually led to the idea of promoting KFC during Christmas to Okawara. Another origin story that's a little bit more boring is that Okawara, overheard a couple talk about how they miss having turkey during Christmas, and he thought, well, turkey, chicken, same thing. Maybe we could use turkey. KFC as a substitute. But whatever the origin, Okawara's idea was to package the chicken as a party barrel for people to buy and share during the holidays.
Ooh, a barrel.
Yeah. KFC Japan liked the idea of this and built a national ad around it, kind of going with that idea. Or the whole advertising project was to have this party barrel and also sell KFC as being synonymous for Christmas. So Christmas equals KFC. This kind of worked because, like we mentioned, Christmas isn't really a Japanese thing. They're not really wholly religious, so they just heard about this.
They jumped on that fresh market.
They jumped pretty quick, yeah, which was very fortunate for KFC. Especially because, Japan just heard about this holiday that the Americans would celebrate or whatever. And they didn't exactly know what to do with it. It was like, oh, there's a Christmas. Cool. What are we going to do? It's kind of
big.
Yeah. And then KFC comes in and be like, well.
Let me tell you a thing.
In America, we eat chicken during Christmas, okay?
Okay.
So here's a party barrel. And y'all can enjoy.
Don't forget to shoot it
your
first.
Your chicken during Christmas. You're welcome, Japan. So that's kind of exactly how the ad went. Word for word.
Yep.
And it actually worked. Today, it's so successful that about 3.5 million Japanese people tend to celebrate Christmas with KFC as a part of their meal.
Dang.
The party barrel itself comes usually as a party box, including 8 pieces of chicken, some shrimp gratin, and a triple berry tiramisu cake.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Which, when you think about the cake and the berry, is kind of reminiscent, but not exactly the same as the Christmas cake. It costs about 4,000 yen, or $30-ish. There's also some...
It's pretty good.
It is pretty... For, like, something that they say is a more... It's like the... For something that is seen as, like, the Applebee's of Japan. It's pretty cheap.
But you get, like, full dinner and dessert.
Yeah, exactly. There are also more premium options, which can include a whole roasted chicken, so there goes a roasted chicken idea.
Ooh.
Or even Christmas wine, and can cost as much as 6,000 yen, or whatever, $45, $50.
Yeah. Math.
Because of the popularity of this during the holidays, most people do choose to book their orders in advance, so you could order your chicken orders in advance, or risk having to wait as much as 2 hours to get your order in.
Yikes.
So,
I once waited 90 minutes for raclette.
Why?
I really wanted raclette. And 2 hours? Yeah, I don't know.
Was it worth it?
It was pretty good.
Okay,
It was the first time I ever had raclette. So.
In Japan?
No, it was in LA.
Oh.
They were running out of cheese by the time we
Wow.
got to the back of the line.
Couldn't you just have gone to a grocery and heat up cheese?
No, but they have the specific cheese heater
Oh.
that you're supposed to use.
I think I have one at home.
You have a raclette maker?
I think I do. We could have a raclette party.
Oh my god. Screw KFC.
Yep.
Sorry,
Wait,
Japan.
KFC has a raclette
No.
in LA?
No. We definitely veered off track.
Yep.
I don't remember how we got onto raclette.
You brought it up.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just craving cheese right now.
Well,
Back to chicken.
Back to chicken. Another note that probably helped with the success of KFC becoming synonymous with Christmas is the fact that Colonel Sanders kind of can pass as Santa.
Yeah, Southern Daddy Santa.
Yeah, chubby dude.
He has
hairy
a snappy Texas tie or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever that tie is called.
Yeah. I don't know. The tie. But usually during Christmas he doesn't have the tie. He's usually just dressed up as Santa.
Oh.
In 2012,
Cosplay.
this thing became so popular that they even allowed you to order KFC in flight from certain flights from Tokyo during the holidays.
What?
So imagine
That's
flying
fancy.
from Tokyo to
Wherever.
and getting KFC instead of your usual delicious airport food.
Amazing.
Yeah. Imagine first class. You're like, oh, I
I
can't
want
wait
a
to have my
party
steak.
barrel.
A party barrel? Where's my steak?
No, you only get chicken.
Yeah.
It's the law.
It's the law. To some, KFC, similar to the Christmas cake, became also a symbol of moving to a better future. In one ad called the Kentucky Christmas Song, performed by Maria Takeuchi, depicts the excitement of Christmas, but also somewhat having this grim chorus where it says, or translates as, Christmas is approaching this year again as if to erase away the sad things that happened. Let's take off our pajamas now and go outside, running through the tree-lined streets that are turning slowly white. So it's kind of this sad...
It's melancholic.
But also hopeful. Yeah, melancholic is a good word for it. And maybe that's in some ways, to some people, KFC has this kind of hope for a better year feel to it.
Until the new year comes and you're like, oh, hope is dead.
Yeah. So that's kind of it about what Christmas is in Japan with KFC. At this point, I thought it'd be cool to talk about how KFC is different, I guess, in other parts of the world. And
I do like that some
pretty cool
fast food
stuff.
places have local menus.
Yeah, and it seems like KFC has a pretty wide variety of different stuff around the world. So maybe we should have funding for a worldwide trip.
Oh, yes. To
Around
just
KFC.
visit KFC.
Yeah. In China, the more unpopular Western dishes like coleslaw or mashed potatoes are usually replaced by something more appealing to the Chinese market, such as shredded carrots, fungus, or bamboo shoots. They also had a shrimp burger that was created in KFC China.
Wait, that sounds good.
This one was actually created because of a scandal where
this the
KFC
avian
China
flu?
was suspected of fattening chicken using drugs.
Oh, that's just America.
So, yeah. But apparently the Chinese didn't really
They didn't like that?
appreciate that.
Okay.
So KFC China leveraged the crisis that they created.
Steroid chickens.
Yeah.
I would enjoy that.
It sounds
No,
pretty
I think
good,
about it.
actually.
Have you ever had like deep fried shrimp toast
No, I have not.
at dim sum?
No. That
They
sounds
don't
good,
have
too.
they don't have it at all dim sum places. But
No.
the one time that I had it, I don't even
Was it
remember
pretty
where
good?
it was. It was so good.
Oh.
And you know me, I don't eat toast, but I ate it.
That sounds like something that you would create for American dim sum eaters.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely in North America.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
but I don't remember
Huh.
which place it was.
I'll look into that.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. In India, they have more vegetarian like food options. So like the vegetarian zinger, the paneer zinger. They have a thing called a potato crisper burger or hot veg snacker. So this is because a lot of people in India are vegetarian, so having vegetarian options make it more palatable to the people there.
Ooh, if they have paneer pakora, but like in a bucket.
Ooh.
Oh, bucket of fried
There-
cheese.
You could start that as a Christmas thing in India.
Please.
Strangely enough, in Russia, they have teriyaki rice bowls. And also a bunch of different things, such as draft beer and oatmeal on their breakfast menu.
I thought you just said giraffe beer.
Draft beer.
Freshly milked from a giraffe.
Yep. How high? In the Philippines, they have a thing called the double down dog, which is a cheese-filled hot dog smothered in more cheese and then put in a bun that's actually just a fried chicken patty instead of
so
bread.
Good. I know when Double Down came out, people gave it a lot of heat. They're like, that's so
Yeah.
gross. But I'm like, it's just like eating 3 pieces of chicken.
Instead of one, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
You don't need to take up all that precious real estate with
Exactly.
bread
This one's the same thing, but with hot dogs.
and cheese.
And cheese. Those things apparently became super sold out really quickly in the Philippines. I could see why. They also introduced a thing called the cheesa, which is a large slice of chicken covered with pizza sauce, cheese, green peppers, and pineapple.
Was it like, wait, pineapple? I could see the disgust in your face. The
They also have a thing called the cheese top burger,
what?
which I guess if you're not Filipino is just weird, but it's a slice of cheese put on the top of the bun instead of inside it.
Oh. I went to a McDonald's once and I got a Filet-O-Fish. And when I opened the box, the cheese was not even touching any part of the burger. They just threw it on the side.
Oh, wow.
I feel like it's kind of like that.
Yeah. I think that one was more of laziness.
Right.
With the cheese top, it's, I think, a part of the history behind this might be because of the emsaymada, which is a Philippine pastry, which is bread with cheese on top.
Yum, yum, yum.
So good. In South Korea, speaking of Double Down, is where I think the Double Down came from. When it comes to Double Down, South Korea also kind of just nails it in the coffin.
Ooh, love it.
They're just good at it.
You mean in the arteries, right?
In the artery, yeah. They nailed it in the artery. They also have the Zinger Double Down Max, which is bacon, cheese, and hash brown between 2 chicken buns. Or they also have the Zinger Double Down King, which is bacon, barbecue sauce, white pepper sauce, a beef patty, and 2 chicken fillets. They also have different sides like the matzo balls and the fried ice cream. So they really have
fried ice cream.
yeah, fried ice cream.
Yum.
And more recently, they've had introduced chiamek, which is essentially just eating fried chicken with beer. It's a popular thing in
That
Korea.
sounds like a thing.
but-
We do go to Ole Chicken.
Yeah.
You haven't come with us yet.
No.
But it's just chicken and beer.
Oh, yeah.
And
it's-
chicken and soju
Yeah.
and beer.
I've had most of my Korean friends, they call it chiamek or chimek or whatever, but that's really just it. It's just eat chicken and beer. And
I
get
like that there's-
drunk and fat.
I like that there's one word for it.
Yeah,
Condensed it into one word.
exactly. There's also a bunch of weird ones around, not weird ones, different other stuff around the world, such as in Brazil, they have the corn and Philly chicken sandwich, which is a strange partnership between Philadelphia cream cheese and Brazil.
Oh,
And in Hong Kong, they have the okonomiyaki chicken.
I want that.
The last bit that I found was in Australia, there's a thing called the parmy, which sounds
So
like the most
Australian.
Australian thing. It's just Parmigiana sauce and an oatmeal bun combined with cheese, mayo, lettuce, and 2 schnitzel fillets.
Schnitzel fillets.
Sounds good.
Wait, oatmeal bun? Is it just like compressed oatmeal?
I guess so.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. This thing is so ridiculous that it has 50% more calories than a double down burger.
They blame the oatmeal.
This is called the highway to the south.
6 feet in the south.
I bet you the Parmy ads go like, "Oh, I want to look like a Texan in Australia? Try the Parmy today."
You look like Thor in the last movie.
Exactly. Want to look like Thor in the Avengers? Try the Parmy today.
I feel like you'd instantly turn into a neckbeard.
Yeah.
Cool.
Probably.
We should definitely try it.
You'll, after ordering, actually, what I heard is they had this promo where when you buy a Parmy, you get a truck and a shotgun and a hat.
A cowboy hat, right?
Or a cowboy hat.
A MAGA hat.
Yeah,
a MAGA cowboy hat.
You get a MAGA cowboy hat, a truck, and a shotgun for every purchase of the Parmy.
And 1 gallon of fossil fuels for free.
Yeah. And if you buy 10 or more, you get 10 children with it. And maybe, I don't know, a Bible or something.
That's a bonus.
Yeah. And like we do in Smörgåsbord, we always want to ask the question of whether or not these things are good. I can't speak to a lot of the stuff here, but I could tell you that...
That's why we should make a Patreon so we can go and try it.
Yes. I could talk to you about the Philippine stuff, though, and they were pretty good. I like KFC in the Philippines.
Yeah.
The Canadian KFC is disgusting. I cannot stand Canadian KFC.
I've told this story before. The last time I ate at KFC was over a decade ago because I ordered popcorn chicken. When I bit into it, it was pink on the inside.
That's really hard to
popcorn
screw up
salmonella.
Popcorn chicken, yeah.
Yeah, I was really confused because the batter was nice and crispy and done. It was, and then the inside was just not.
They probably cooked it too quickly, or it was too frozen or something.
I guess.
I used to work at KFC for 3 years, and...
Is that where your soul died?
Yeah.
Or was that before?
I think before, probably. I was dead, and then
they
KFC
stomped it into the ground.
Yeah. But yeah, KFC in the Philippines is really good. They have the zinger, like we mentioned. They have rice there as well, which I don't know. You don't care about, I guess.
No, but other people might.
But other people do, yeah. And their gravy there is definitely significantly better than the gravy here. Yeah. When it comes to what are we eating today? We
ate at IKEA.
Oh yeah, we did. And this IKEA had
rice balls.
Sticky rice, yeah. It's sticky rice, which is an Asian thing, which is really strange.
What was in the sticky rice? I didn't even see.
It had pork and rice in it. I don't know. It was like I said, it's everything you expected about Asian food in an IKEA.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Well, I had the fish and chips. I don't know if I liked it. It was fried, so you know.
IKEA,
I appreciate
just moderately good food.
It's adequate.
Yeah.
I feel fed, so it's a good thing.
Doesn't make you happy, but it doesn't make you sad either.
Yes, life was not better, but it's not worse.
But yeah, so that's our episode today.
This is the second time we've recorded this.
Thanks
in
for
case I didn't say
again.
that already.
We'll probably post the terribly recorded one because
we forgot how to talk today.
Our sound mixer sucks, and now we can't talk. So
yeah,
there you go.
Yeah. This is Smörgåsbord. Have a food-related ritual, myth, or something strange you want us to explore? Send us a message through Facebook at Geek Happy Network. We'd love to hear from our fellow foodie listeners. And while you're there, remember to subscribe or follow us too. This show was created by Angel Lynn and Mick Narciso, hosted by Angel Lynn and Mick Narciso, editing by Mick, and logo by Angel. Come give us a listen at geekhappynetwork.com or look for us on your favorite podcast app. Oh, and be sure to follow us on Facebook or Instagram at Geek Happy Network.